Today, I'm going to talk about how to generate 3,134 leads in 30 days with a new brand from scratch, with a new ad account, which is almost impossible, and with no followers on social media, and with no email list, and with also no one knowing who you are. So, here's the thing before I continue, and you probably have two questions right now, like, who am I and why you should listen to me? And those are two very good questions. My name is Tor Refsland. I am responsible for some of the most profitable ad campaigns on the planet. I've been publishing a book with some of the best marketers in the world. Uh, Seth Godin, Grant Cardone, Chris Brogan, and Brian Clark. And even Elon Musk's right-hand man in Tesla reached out to me and wanted me to train their marketing team. So I guess you could say that I know a thing or two about marketing. In addition, I know some of the best marketers in the world. I've been spending a fortune learning from them, and some of them are my friends. And I'm also the guy that some of the best marketers in the world come to when they need help to scale their business. So now I'm just kind of opening kind of the kimono here and just sharing stuff, being very, very transparent. So I hope that is cool because like I'm really fed up with all kind of the gimmicks and all the gurus are kind of putting makeup on the pig, meaning that they basically have a like an average product or a shitty product and they sell it to people, but it sounds so super attractive because they're so freaking good at marketing. So basically, they are totally ninja with putting makeup on the pig. But as the saying goes, you can put makeup on the pig, but it's still a pig. So this is kind of me just like being very transparent here. So I hope that is okay. So anyway, the funny thing is here, like with the 3,134 leads in 30 days, it's probably not going to be what you think it is, like the key ingredients. Because what most people think when it comes to ads and generating leads, it's kind of all about like, oh, how can I do things like super fast? How can I find a shortcut? How can I find a loophole in the algorithm? Or how can I find a hack? That is kind of like the short, um, kind of the short term thinking. Because at the end of the day, it's basically so. Let me just use an example here. So you have two scenarios, okay? You have a choice. There are two paths for you to take. So path number one is for you to discover a secret loophole in the ads algorithm, and when you utilize it, you'll be able to get great results, but in a very short period of time because the loophole will disappear, right? Or you have number two, which would be to basically learn the necessary skills for you to really totally crush it with your ads whenever you want. But that skill will take a longer time to learn. However, when you decide to go for um, putting in the hours and the time, once you have learned those skills, you will have it for the rest of your life. So, which one of those would you choose? The short term or the long term? Most likely you would choose the long term, right? Of course you would. So, here's the thing. When it comes to marketing, like, and I'm also like one of those people, like, being like, I'm jumping. There was a I was going to say a short period of my life, but I've been doing it for a long period of my life, like jumping on new webinar to new webinar to new webinar, buying courses and courses and courses, and yeah. The thing is, at the end of the day, it's how should I say this? It is not the shiny objects that will help you. Like I don't care where you are right now. If you're doing like if you're doing like $5,000 per month or like $10,000 per month, maybe you're even doing like $20,000, $30,000, or $1 million per month. It does not matter. Like the thing from where you are now to where you want to go with your online business, it has to do obviously with several things, but one of the things that will really kind of literally change your business overnight would be for you to get more leads, right? So let me just use an example. So say you got like, and I'm just like using a few, taking this, uh, doing this on the fly, but basically it would be like, say if you have like 50 leads each month coming to you through your funnel and through your ads and stuff. You got 50 leads. Like there are the easiest way for you to be able to increase your sales would be to double your lead flow. Does that make sense? So say you're here, either you are doing, for instance, sales calls, or someone on your team, you have a sales team. Like if the closing rate is the same, I'm just going to use an example. Say if you close 20% of the people you talk to, so you get like, you jump on 10 calls, you have 10 conversations, you will get 2 new customers, right? 2 new clients. So if the closing rate is the same, 20%, and you have 50 leads coming every month, the fastest way, I don't like to use word fast, but still, like all things considered, the fastest way, or one of the fastest way, would be to double the lead flow, right? So if you have 50 leads per month, closing 20%, and we could increase that with the double to 100 leads per month, and the closing rate would be the same, you would have doubled your monthly income. Do you agree? So here's the thing. When it comes to, okay, so I've kind of been covering the things that what it's not loopholes, it's not gimmicks, it's not shiny objects, it's not just new trend or like all the kind of the stupid stuff that most marketers and most business owners are running around like kind of headless chickens, just chasing one shiny object, running from one shiny object to another. And like, in all transparency, I have been there as well, and I'm still struggling with it. So just being totally transparent. But kind of what really helped me to kind of uh, make a shift in my mindset and in my business was to kind of do the opposite of what most people do. So normally when it comes to success, if you have a choice between doing what is easy and doing what is hard, most often doing what is hard is going to be the one thing that will move the needle the most in your business. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but let's just jump straight into it. I see that the time is ticking, and yeah, let's just dive into it. So what I'm going to cover is basically the things that do not change. So when you're able to kind of comprehend and understand and learn these skills will make you totally ninja when it comes to marketing and ads and lead generation, despite if like you lose your ad account, despite if there comes like a new social media or a new ad channel. Like it doesn't matter. Like these skills will help you if you're doing like one-on-one conversations, doing sales one-on-one over a coffee cup, if you're doing sales on a video meeting, or if you're doing sales on a telephone, or if you're doing just marketing with ads, like doing, if you're doing organic posting with organic social media, organic content marketing, email marketing, like whatever you're freaking doing in your business when it comes to marketing and sales, this stuff will help you. I guarantee it. If you implement it, it will help you. Okay, so let's just move on. Let's speed it up a bit. Okay, so number one, let's start with the most important thing. It's about the offer. It's to make an irresistible offer, because at the end of the day, if your offer is not good, it doesn't matter how much traffic you get, how many leads you get, how many booked calls you get. For you or your sales team, your offer will not convert. And when it comes to an offer, kind of the clue here is to make it really, really irresistible. So just by jumping like straight into it, what exactly is it that your dream customers, like your target avatar, what is it? What is the end result that they want? So in my case, it's not about traffic. It's not really about leads. It's not really about ads. At the end of the day, what they want to increase their income fast. That's kind of the things that I help coaches, consultants, and course creators do, is basically how to double their monthly income fast. But enough about that. So with that offer, that's why I'm kind of starting here. It's kind of reverse engineering. We start with the end in mind, and if you can't nail the offer, that it would be a highly irresistible offer. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are at sending traffic, how many leads you got, like how many sales calls you got. It does not matter. Your offer will not convert. So number one is to have a highly irresistible offer that is converting. So let's just go to step number two. And obviously, as you can understand, a highly irresistible offer would be something that people would be willing to say yes to if you meet them at a networking event, if you drink, have a over a coffee cup, on a sales call, on social media, on your email list. It doesn't matter how you communicate the message. If you have a highly irresistible offer presented to the right person at the right time, it will convert. So, okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I could have spent days talking about irresistible offers. Anyway, so then let's talk about number two. This is something that almost no one talks about. It's authority positioning. So what does that mean? Basically means your ability to basically use kind of psychology to position yourself as an authority. And here's a huge difference. It's all about perception, right? So it doesn't matter. You could be like the best coach, the best consultant, the best course creator in your country, but if people don't know about you, it doesn't matter. Does that make sense? So you could be number one, but if people don't perceive you as a really credible authority, it doesn't matter. On the other hand, you could be like, maybe in your country, you could be in your niche, you could be like, say the gal or the guy like number 47. However, if people perceive you as number one, it doesn't matter if your like skill set is really number 47. They perceive you as number one. So do you get the difference? It's not just about how good you are, it's about how good your marketplace perceives that you are. That is the authority positioning part. And authority positioning, this is something that when you're able to master this is something that will help you with everything from making your ads work, to go from basically having campaigns that really sucks to being like hugely profitable, to being able to close high ticket clients. Like, authority positioning will help you with all aspects in your business. And this is also something that uh, I have experienced myself. When I started out, I cracked the code in the authority positioning part, and this is the thing that led me to be published as an expert on 158, like 158 top websites in the world in my first 14 months. And this also led to obviously being published in the book with some of the best marketers in the world, and so on and so on. So it will get the snowball effect with authority positioning. So authority positioning is something that almost no one talks about, but it is one of the most important things when it comes to building a profitable coaching, consulting or course creator business. So, okay, let's just move on. Then you have the next part. This is also something that like most gurus don't talk about it. So you probably heard about, oh, we can use the framework like hook, story, close. Of course, But that's not the thing here. Storytelling is, okay, just going to think. So think of it like this. So back in the days, like thousands of years ago, they did not have, like, even before they had books, 2,000, 3,000 years ago, like back in the old ages, they did not have any way, shape, or form to bring essential survival knowledge from one generation to the next. So, as kind of the chief of the village, chief of the tribe, like kind of the elder, the wise woman or wise man, the only way that you could basically teach your future generations on which berries not to eat because you would die, or which water holes to go to when you need to find clean water, or which areas with dangerous and life threatening animals that will kill you on sight. Like those things that would basically be the make it or break it for your tribe surviving or not. Like this is like real hardcore. And the only way for them to do that was through storytelling. There was obviously no social media, computers, and phones. There were not like uh, there were not books and stuff like that. It was true stories. And you have probably also heard the saying like facts tell, stories sell, and it's so true. So when it comes to facts, like facts are just like a lot of information, and your brain is being bombarded with hundreds of thousands, probably millions of different impressions every single freaking day. And it's kind of your brain's job for you is to not being overwhelmed and totally mentally collapse because of like overwhelm, uh, is to be able to filter, right? So what I'm trying to say is that if you use facts, people will start, they won't remember it. Like you can use as many facts they will not remember it. However, if you use stories, people will remember it. And that is the whole point. And this is also something that I did. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but when I cracked the code on this, I was a part of a sales organization, and I was able to basically build a sales organization from 0 to 1,500 people, like 1,500 people, in about 1.5 years, doing it part time. And I also had the highest closing rate in the company in the world. I had like 70% closing rate. So if I had like 10 sales presentations, I would get 7 new customers every single freaking time. And it was true, basically what we're talking about now, like the three things that I'm mentioning now. It's basically offer, but especially authority positioning and storytelling. So even if your offer is not, if your offer can't be crap, but if your offer is just like, okay, even if your offer is just okay, still authority positioning and storytelling will help you to like dramatically increase your sales and obviously also your marketing. So that's the kind of thing with storytelling. So storytelling is super important. And as you probably have understood, I'm also using stories when I'm doing these presentations. It's just something that I've kind of been come second nature to me. But that is like at the end of the day, okay, so look at it like this. So now we have like AI, like artificial intelligence and chat GPT and all the other kind of artificial stuff, right? And what will that make? So basically, chat GTP will be able to take like any really bad marketer, like a totally newbie, and turn them into like pretty good direct response marketers, copywriters in essence, right? So if you know how to write the prompts in ChatGPT, it can basically take someone who sucks to being pretty good. Do we all agree on that? If you know exactly which prompts to use in chat GPT, it can basically take you from sucking to pretty good, right? So imagine this. This is, I'm saying this is a trend. This is what is going to happen. So chat GTP and the other kind of similar tools will basically help like Bob and Harry, basically everyone, to go from sucking to being pretty good when it comes to direct response copywriting. So let me use an example. So let's say when people are looking at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and like Google, like there are and TikTok, there are on social media and the kind of the platforms out there. Um, and they are getting served like the same type of ads that are, say they get served like 100 ads, probably more, but say they get served like 100 ads in a day, 100 ads, and they're all from you and your competitors. So you're number one, and there are basically 99 other competitors. And if all your direct response marketing, basically your copywriting skills, is all, if all your copywriting skills before you might all be kind of sucking, now you're all kind of good, okay? Still doesn't matter. Why? Because 100 people having the message of not almost sucking, and now it's 100 people of pretty good, it's still the same problem. What's the problem? They don't know how to differentiate you from your competition. Let me say that one more time. They don't know how to differentiate you from the competition. It's all in the sea of sameness. It's still a red ocean. It's just that all the sharks got like super chainsaws in the water, so they're all using the same super tool, like chainsaw that could be used underwater and would have ChatGPT written on it. So a really extreme example, but you do get the point, right? So it doesn't matter if like you and all your competitors are like low level, mid level, or good or very good. If it's all the same, it's still all the same, because your customers is not going to make a difference. If it's Bob and Harry or whoever it is, it doesn't matter. So that is why storytelling is so important, because when you're able to tell stories in an authentic way, with having kind of the congruency to the person that you are and your own true values, and when you're able to also to do it like consistently, this will really take your ads, your marketing effort, your sales effort, to go from wherever you're now and probably at least 2x it, 2x whatever you're doing, if you can master storytelling. So okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Let's just jump on. So the next thing would actually be productivity. And this is kind of like a curveball. People will be like, you probably think, oh, Tor, I thought this was about generating 3,134 leads. What has this to do with productivity? Okay, so let me read that sentence one more time. The headline, it's about generating 3,134 leads in 30 days, right? In order for anyone to generate 3,134 leads in 30 days, you need to freaking know exactly what to do when it comes to your ads. Your ads need to be like spot on with your ad creative, your copywriting, your headline, your call to action. It needs to be like really, really top notch. And then your landing page where you send the traffic, which will convert into email, it's also need to be spot on. And then the rest of the funnel needs to be spot on. And then the offer needs to be spot on, and so on and so on. And right now you're probably thinking, yeah, but like 3,134 leads, Tor, like, isn't it all about quality? Sure, it is about quality. So the 3,134 leads in 30 days, it's actually qualified leads. So why didn't I write qualified leads? Because the headline would be too long. So the headline should actually say 3,134 qualified leads in 30 days. And then the next question would be, yeah, but Tor, was the ad campaigns profitable? Like I heard about it all about the ROI and ROAS. Yeah, good question. So very good question. Yes, the campaign were very profitable. So I know some of the best marketers in the world, and they say that if you're able to do like 3x ROI on scale, meaning a multiplier of three, meaning say you put in $10,000 in ads and you make $30,000 in ads with a 3x ROI. If you can do that, that's world class. So the best marketers in the world say that if you can do 3x ROI at scale, it's world class, right? In this campaign, we were able to have about 5.5x return on ad spend, or I think it was actually maybe 5.4. So okay, don't quote me on 5.5. Okay, let's say 5.4. I don't want to kind of exaggerate. So let's say 5.4. So it was 5.4. You know what? I'm going to do what no one would have done. No one else would have done what I'm going to do now. I'm freaking going to find out because I have it written somewhere, because I really have attention to detail. I want to give you the facts. So let's see. I will find a number for you because I'm not going to sit there and just throw. Okay. Yeah, okay. It was really good that I was checking it out. I could, like, 5.5 was not true. 5.4 was not true. So it was good that I checked it out. It was 5.28. So still good. So the best marketers in the world say that if you can run ad campaigns at scale with a 3x ROI, it's world class, right? With this campaign, I was able to have like a 5.28x ROI, meaning if you put in $10,000, that would be, what would that be? If you put in $10,000, that would be $52,800, right? And that is the power when you are when you have the offer, the authority, positioning, the storytelling. So back to where I was with the productivity. So why is productivity important? Well, because it's important is because you need to know exactly what the heck you're doing with the ads part, the landing page part, the rest of the funnel part. You need to know exactly how to launch ads quickly. You need to know how to split test and find the winners really freaking quickly. And then you need to be able to take the winners and just scale it to the moon without, very important, without the ad account breaking down. Ooh, yeah, like anyone can just like turn up the budget like that. Is even a monkey could do that. But the real magic here is to be able to, but when it comes to scaling, there are basically several things, but two things to make it super simple. When it comes to scaling, like it's not about just, I can triple the ad budget. I will triple the daily ad spend. Like anyone can do that. Like it's all about, number one, being able to increase the ad budget. So number one, you will not lose. You will not kill your winners. What am I saying? It means that if you have when doing testing, you normally have a lower ad budget. And when you find the winners, if you just start to like 2x, 3x ad budget, like those, the ad campaigns that were winning would turn into losers. They will totally tank. Seriously, it's really frustrating, but that's the way it is. So when it comes to scaling ads, it's basically two things. Number one, you need to know how to scale ads so you still will be able to keep the profits of the ad campaigns. And number two, you need to do it without the ad account breaking down, because it will when you scale fast. And yeah, so my point is basically, when it comes to productivity, you need to know exactly what to do and what not to do. Because at the end of the day, scaling with ads has to do with, like, basically there are 5 things you can do with ads. I don't care what other people are saying, but in essence, obviously there are a lot more things, but in essence, it's just 5 things you can do with ads. It's stop, start, let go, basically let it keep running, or it's number 4, scale up, or number 5, scale down. And here's the thing, even though it's just like 5 different things to do, it's super critical. Every single freaking time you log into your ads dashboard, you need to make one of those 5 decisions for every freaking campaign and every freaking ad group or every freaking ad set. You need to do it. And if you take the wrong choice here, your ads can break. That's the whole point. And that's why it's so difficult. Even though most people is like, oh yeah, I can start ads myself. Yeah, everyone can start ads myself. You can get people on Fiverr to start ads by themselves. You can probably teach a monkey in the zoo to start ads by themselves. Like, it's not rocket science to start ads. The really hard and tricky part is how to scale it fast. Number 1, fast. Number 2, profitable. And number 3, without the ad accounts breaking down. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Feel that I'm beating a dead horse, but let's just like keep moving on. And then you have number 5. Number 5 is all about offer congruency, something I call offer congruency, and it's basically back to kind of the reverse engineering part. We started with the offer, so think of it like this. Okay, let me get a prop. Just okay. So here is my prop. So let's start with the end in mind. So the end in mind is basically you want to obviously help someone, and your solution can help them overcome their pain, right? So there's a gap here. Here's where they are. Here's where they want to go. There's a kind of a pit here. And your solution is the bridge, right? Your solution is the bridge to their problems, right? So let's say in this case, just for simplicity, your solution is a banana, right? This means that your highly irresistible offer, a banana, obviously presented in the right way, is the solution. So if we start with the end in mind, the highly irresistible offer is a banana. And then when we talk the steps before that in the funnel would also be about the banana. And the landing page would also be about the banana. And the ads, the messaging in the ads would be about the banana. So it will kind of look like this. They go into the funnel for the first time. So it's all, oh, ads. Oh, it's all about the banana. Then they go to the second page with the landing page. Oh, it's still about the banana. And then they continue into the funnel. Oh, he or she is still talking about banana. And then they jump on a strategy session, and you or your someone on a sales team is presenting your highly irresistible offer, and they will like still, oh, it's still a banana. When it's all the same with congruency, banana, 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 that stuff will convert like crazy. And this is super difficult. It is something that even like the best marketers in the world are struggling with, to have like offer congruency. So I'm just going to put the banana side here. So, but at the end of the day, like if you can master those 5 things, a highly irresistible offer, authority positioning, storytelling, productivity, and offer congruency, you will be like freaking deadly when it comes to marketing and pulverizing your competition. You, number 1, to recap, you will have a highly irresistible offer that will be able to give your dream clients the end result that they really want. And number 2, you will have used the authority positioning to be perceived as the number 1 guy or gal in your niche. And number 3, you would use storytelling to connect with your audience and build a know, like, and trust factor, and be able to set aside. So when your competitors are like fighting for scraps in the red ocean, you will have been able to create a blue ocean for yourself, regardless of what the gurus are doing in your industry. And then you have uh, part number 4, which is the productivity part. You know exactly what to do and exactly what not to do. So you will get results much, much, much faster than your competitors. And also, the last but not least, you will have like number 5, you will have offer congruency, which is basically that everything is about like the thin red thread. It's all kind of like a banana, 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 which will make the whole funnel work and will make it basically like really great conversion rates all through the funnel done correctly. So, okay, this video was way, way, way freaking longer than planned. I'm just getting so pumped and excited about this. Like I could probably have spent like days, if not weeks, talking about this. So, okay, we'll just move on to the last part here. So, uh, basically, my solution or kind of my brand is something I've been able to discover, something like it's a framework that I have created myself that I call Zen Profit. It's basically for coaches, consultants, and course creators who really want to 2x, like double their monthly income, working only 3 hours per day. Yeah, it's no joke, because at the end of the day, like, okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I can just say it like this. So, long story short, like now I am 41 years old. In my lifetime, I have been this close to losing my life, basically dying 4 times. So I wasn't supposed to be here on this planet. Like, for God or some higher power to have kind of saved my life literally 4 times, it kind of does something to you. And there was also like, yeah. Now I'm not going to go too much into it, but at the end of the day, I have kind of been spending more time on kind of deep philosophy and deep thinking on kind of like obviously the meaning with life and how to build a legacy. And I have 3 small kids, and like I really don't want to be working like 60 to 80 hours per week and do all the crazy stuff. I really want to build like a highly, super highly profitable business that can be operated running like working 3 hours per day at minimum. And yeah, that is also something that I will be able to share with you. I basically have the Send Profit Blueprint. Okay, let me just read a little bit from it. So, okay. So I have created a brand new PDF, which I call the Send Profit Blueprint, and this works like freaking crazy. I trust me. I'm going to share stuff that is so. In the last 8 years, I've been spending over 350,000 US dollars. Yeah, 350,000 US dollars learning from the best marketers in the world. And I am sharing in this free PDF. I'm sharing stuff that has never been covered in the fancy platinum courses. So this PDF is probably one of the most valuable resources on the planet when it comes to doubling your income and working 3 hours per day. So I'm just going to read very quickly the 3 main things that you will get from it. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Okay. So there are basically 3 sections in the Send Profit Blueprint. So number 1 is the chapter about irresistible offers. So let me just read it here, okay? So chapter number 1 would be the secret of making an offer so freaking irresistible, people will feel like the village idiot saying no. And then you have number 2, which is all about productivity. It's basically the secret of running a 6-figure online business from home by only working 2 to 3 hours per week. Not per day, but per week. So let me read that one again. The secret of running a 6-figure online business from home by only working 2 to 3 hours per week. And that's all about kind of this the Zen style about it. And then you have number 3, which is the secret of launching a new brand from scratch and generating 3,134 qualified leads in 30 days. And here I will kind of go really more down into like the details and nitty gritty stuff about the secrets, like structuring how it was done in the campaign. But none of that would have worked if I didn't implement what I was kind of showing you today with the irresistible offer, with the authority positioning part, with the storytelling part, with the productivity part, and with the offer congruency. So those 5 parts are essential in order for you to be able to do this. So just to end it, like this is something that, so do you truly want to 2x your monthly income and work 3 hours per day? If so, let me know in the comment field below. I will probably maybe also just be pasting the link here. You can grab the my free Send Profit Guide, and it is one of the best resources on the planet on how to double your monthly income while at the still time working less. So I'll just finish it up there. Okay, bye bye.